It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy. Coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, go, go. Dig. Go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
Go back here to Tom and then over to Jerry.
Rick, Tom Jensen, SpeedTV.com. A few races ago, you kind of made a joke that at the end of the season, each of your drivers comes in one at a time, says, give me the same equipment and I'll beat the other three. And you said you always agree with them. You think they know you're lying now, that Jimmy's about to win 3 in a row? But I guess a more serious question is...
What I said was they were my favorites. When they asked me about that, I told them they were my favorite driver when they were apart.
How are you going to keep everybody on an even keel now that Jimmy really has established a true position of dominance, not only within the sport but within the team?
Well, I think in the last week I've talked to, I talked to Dale this morning and last week after the race, Jeff, and all of them have said those guys are amazing. And so all of these guys are competitive, very competitive, and I'm excited about Mark Martin coming on board, and I think they will make, as competitive as Dale and Jeff Gordon are. I mean, they're gonna step it up to beat Jimmy, and so it's that internal competition that's good, and I'd like to watch them as long as it's healthy and they're all. I mean, the respect is there. That's the big deal. They respect each other. They like it. They admire each other. But they're fierce competitors and they don't like to get beat. And the 24 are making adjustments in their team. We're talking about adjustments with the 88. I mean, how can we be better? And that's the approach everybody has, because none of those guys like to lose.
Got time for a couple more, Jerry, and then down to Jorge.
Jerry Bonkowski, Yahoo Sports. Rick, with all due respect, I'm going to ask this very delicately. The 2 championships that Jimmy and Chad have won already, non-Johnson fans have said that there were, obviously elements of they could call bending the rules, cheating, whatever you want to call it. This year, there's been no infractions against Chad. He hasn't had any suspensions. Is this kind of going to be like a vindication year, if you will, because there hasn't been any penalties assessed him for working outside of the box or working in the gray area?
Well, I think last year when you looked at a fender that was out in front of God and everybody, how anybody could think that was any trying to do anything, you just don't do something like that. But people, if they don't like you or they don't, you're beating their favorite driver, then they're going to come up with something. I mean, they don't fabricate it if it's not real. I think what's happened this year, I see it around the track and the number of Jimmy Johnson fans I meet and the ones I meet that don't go to the racetrack, that are folks from all walks of life, respect him for what they've done. I mean, you have to look at him. He doesn't hold back when he doesn't drive like he last week at Phoenix. I mean, he didn't pull over. I mean, that move he made on a restart to go by Jamie was a pretty gutsy move there when you had a lot to lose. So I think people respect what he did in Atlanta a year ago when, coming through the championship, racing Kansas so hard there at the end of the race. And, I just think he's earning the respect of everyone, and you're not going to get everybody to like you, and they'll always find excuses for why you beat them. But if you find an infraction in one race and you run 35 other races and whip them, then I don't think that's, he's kind of taking the approach. He just shows up and does his job and let his actions speak for itself.
Got our final question down front.
Rick, Jorge Medaka, FoxSports.com. What's keeping you on Sunday from making every conspiracy theorist happy and being like, hey guys, go help out Carl Edwards and put him in the wall somehow? I mean, what's keeping you from doing that, or telling your guys, hey, park the cars, don't worry about it, the day's done, and letting Jimmy win it that way?
Oh, well, number one, you don't want to win a championship that way. You want to, I don't think you just wouldn't want to win one that way, because you'd carry that stigma with you, and you wouldn't get credit for the championship. So I like to win it the way Jimmy's doing it. You know, he's just going out there racing hard every week, not changing his approach, and you know, just outrun them. And so that's the plan.
Okay, thanks, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Hendrick, for your time.